Hello, students. In continuation of the story, Mary's private affair, we were studying that, and now I start again it here. Uh, the Nene, the girl who marries Nemeka, asked her husband that whether he has written to his father about their marriage, and the boy answered that I have been thinking about it. मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि I should send a letter to my father, but I haven't sent. And then the girl asked, why have you not sent the letter till? And the answer of boy was that hmm, that it will not be good to inform him about the marriage through letter. It will be better if you go to the village and then we will tell him about our marriage. And the girl said that it has been 6 whole weeks. That it is the part of the education that after how many days she asked her husband. That was 6 whole week. And then the girl says that I hope that he will be surely happy by hearing about our marriage. And then the answer of husband was that you think Nemeka, husband, says to his wife that you think Nene that you think that he would be happy, but it is not so because uh, I have married you and you belong to another tribe of Africa. And girl say, how is it so? No father would be unhappy by knowing about the marriage or by knowing about the new relations of his son. But he says that you don't know about the traditions of the village as you have been brought up in Lagos, and that was a metropolitan city. If you would have been brought up in a village of Africa, you might have understood the traditions and beliefs and customs of the community. And then uh, he says that the traditions and customs are very important for the people in the village. And the girl comments on him that you comments that uh, Ibo community to which her husband belongs. She said that you told that Ibos are very generous and friendly. The boy also said that yes, I told true that Ibo people are friendly and generous. But as far as our marriage systems are concerned, our marriage traditions are concerned, we are very particular about them. Then we come to know that Aibo will and he would exit like my father. And he says that if your father would have been there in the village, then you might would have understood the value and system and the importance of the custom, tradition and custom for the village people. And then at last, the boy forbids his wife to send a letter to his father telling about their marriage. He says that it would be better when he will tell him personally. And at last, at the end of this conversation, the girl said to his husband, okay, honey, all right, suits yourself. You know your father better. The girl says that the girl addresses him as honey and says that, okay, you are well aware about your father and you do more appropriate. Then the story goes on, and Nemeka was, after this conversation, Nemeka was sitting in an evening and he was reading a letter which was sent by his father to him. He says, and what was written in the letter? Uh, it was about his marriage. It was about his marriage, which his father was going to do, which his father was planning. And I would like to read the lines of letter here. I found a girl who will suit you admirably. Ugoe Nyueke. You read your students. Again, I'm telling you, learn the name of this one. Ugoe Nyueke. The eldest daughter of our neighbor, Jacob Nyueke. His father wrote to his son that there was a Jacob Nyueke. who was their neighbor, and his girl, Ugoinuke, whom he thinks as an appropriate bride for his son, Nemeke. And why does he think that she is a appropriate, she is a suitable bride for him? Because she has a proper Christian upbringing. It was her first quality of that Ugoinuke. And then she has born for learning also, which are needed for a better wife. And she reads Bible also. So all are the qualities which are needed for a woman or a girl to be a perfect wife, according to the father of Nemeka, and she has all this. And yeah, and then uh, reading this letter, he remembers the things about his father when he was at the village. He was sitting with his father under a acacia tree, and he asked he was asked by his father about the Upe's Nueke. He said that I won't marry her. Why he will not marry? Because he doesn't love her. That was the answer of Nemeke. But his father said that love is not a to love someone is not a requirement to get married. The qualities of a person are necessary according to him to be to get married with any girl. And what are the qualities that good the girl should be a good Christian, and she should be trained in a household activities. And then uh, with this discussion, their conversation ends at the village, and the father couldn't convince his son, and the son was also unable to convince his father. And he this conversation ends there when Nemeka told about a girl whom he wants to marry, and that was Nene Atang. Surname of the girl was Atang. So, hearing this news about about his son's selection, the father was shocked, and we will continue the story in our next lecture. Please continue there.